This is just a story. Remember that. Just a story. Words arranged to create a feeling, nothing more. Something I made up. Something to pass the time while you listen. It's not real. It can't be real, right? It's late. One of those nights where the office held on to you longer than it should have, where meetings ran over and emails kept coming, and by the time you looked up, everyone else had already gone home. You're tired. That bone-deep tired that makes everything feel slightly unreal, slightly disconnected, like you're watching yourself from somewhere just outside your body. All you want is to get home. Collapse on the couch. Stop thinking for a while. You step into the elevator. Press the button for the ground floor. Watch the doors slide closed, sealing you in that little metal box that smells faintly of cleaning products and someone's perfume from hours ago. Four other people in here with you. Late workers like you. A woman in a red coat, checking her phone. A guy in a hoodie staring at his screen, thumb scrolling endlessly through something you can't see. An older man with a leather briefcase, the old-fashioned kind that people don't really carry anymore. A young woman clutching a coffee cup like it's the only thing keeping her upright. Strangers. You don't look at them. They don't look at you. That's the unspoken rule of elevators. Eyes forward. Silence. Pretend you're alone even when you're inches away from people you've never met and will never see again. The elevator hums, that low mechanical drone that you normally tune out. The floor counter ticks down. 12, 11, 10, and then your neck itches. Just a little. Just enough to notice. You reach up to scratch it without thinking, the way you've done 1,000 times before. Your fingers touch something wrong. The skin is thick, rough, textured in a way it shouldn't be. And there's hair, short and coarse and gray, growing where smooth skin should be. That wasn't there this morning. That wasn't there an hour ago. That wasn't there when you stepped into this elevator 30 seconds ago. Your heart starts pounding. That immediate, primal response to something that doesn't fit. Something that shouldn't be possible. You look at your hand, the one you were scratching with. The fingernails are darker, thicker, curving slightly at the ends in a way that human nails don't curve. The nail beds are changing color, going from pink to something gray-brown. That's not right. That's not right at all. Floor 9, 8, 7. The elevator keeps descending. The number keeps ticking down. Everything is normal. Everything except what's happening to you. The itch spreads down your neck, across your shoulders. Under your shirt, you feel it crawling, spreading, that same thick hair pushing through pores that are widening to accommodate it. Your skin is rippling. You can feel it. Little waves of change moving across your body like something alive is swimming just beneath the surface. And then your skull cracks. Not painful, exactly, but you feel it. The bone shifting, splitting, growing in ways that bone isn't supposed to grow. Something emerging from the top of your head, pushing up through the skin, rising. Ears, pointed, covered in gray fur. Swiveling on their own, independent of anything you're trying to do, turning towards sounds you couldn't hear before. The hum of the elevator motor, the heartbeat of the woman in red, the tiny electronic whine of the guy's phone. Sounds you shouldn't be able to hear. Sounds you're hearing anyway. The woman in red looks up from her phone, sees you, sees your ears. She gasps, steps backward, but there's nowhere to go. The elevator is 8 feet by 8 feet. She presses against the wall, eyes wide, mouth open. What's wrong with your... She doesn't finish the sentence because your face is changing. Right in front of her, right in front of everyone. Your nose and mouth pushing forward, stretching. The bones of your skull cracking and reshaping, extending outward. Your jaw widening, lengthening, filling with teeth that are too sharp, too long, too many. A muzzle. You're growing a muzzle, gray fur spreading across it. Your nose blackening, widening, suddenly filled with smells you never knew existed. The fear pouring off the woman in red. The coffee in the young woman's cup. The leather of the old man's briefcase. Your own transformation, which smells like copper and electricity and something wild. Floor 6. 5, 4. You try to speak, to say help, or I don't know what's happening, or please someone tell me this is a dream and I'm going to wake up. But your mouth doesn't work right anymore. Your tongue is too long. Your lips don't close properly around the new shape of your jaw. Your throat is changing too, the vocal cords shifting position. What comes out is a growl, deep, rumbling, rising from somewhere in your chest that didn't exist until a moment ago. A sound that vibrates through the elevator that makes the metal walls hum in sympathy. Not human, not even close. The elevator erupts into chaos. Someone screams. The guy in the hoodie drops his phone, and you hear it hit the floor with your new ears, hear the screen crack, hear his pulse skyrocket as he scrambles backward. The older man is pressing every button on the panel, jabbing at them desperately, but the elevator doesn't stop. It keeps descending. 3 floors to go. Then 2. Then 1. And you're still changing. Your hands. You look down at them. One is still gripping your bag. Still human. Mostly. The knuckles are swollen, the veins standing out, the nails dark and thick and curving into points. But the other one, the one you scratched your neck with, claws. Gray fur spreading across the back like spilled ink. Fingers shortening, thickening, the palm widening into something that was never meant to hold a phone or type on a keyboard or shake hands with a client. A paw. You have a paw, and you can feel the other hand following, bones cracking, tendons stretching. The same transformation rippling through your left hand now. Unstoppable, inevitable. Floor 3, 2. You stumble. Your legs don't feel right anymore. The knees are bending differently. Your feet are cramped inside your shoes, toes fusing, something hard and dark pushing at the leather. Your suit is too tight. The seams at your shoulders are splitting, gray fur pushing through the gaps. Your shirt buttons pop, one after another, as your chest expands as your body reshapes itself into something larger, more powerful, less human with every passing second. The briefcase falls from your grip as your other hand completes its transformation. Both of them pause now, thick, gray-furred, tipped with black claws that look like they could tear through the elevator walls if you wanted them to. Everyone is screaming now, pressed into the corners. The young woman has dropped her coffee, and you can smell it spreading across the floor, mixing with the sharp scent of terror. The old man is holding his briefcase in front of him like a shield. The guy in the hoodie is actually crying. But there's nowhere to go. The doors are closed. You're all trapped, together, in this metal box, with whatever you're becoming. Floor 1. Ding. The cheerful sound of arrival. The sound that means you're supposed to step out and go home and continue your normal life. The doors slide open. People in the lobby look up. Security guards at the desk. A janitor with a mop. A few late workers waiting for the elevator that you're currently occupying. They see the other passengers burst out first, running, screaming, not looking back. The woman in red trips over her own feet. The guy in the hoodie is still crying. And then they see you, standing there, half in, half out of the elevator. A wolf's head on a human body. Gray fur and a long muzzle and ears that swivel toward every sound. Your torn suit hanging from shoulders that are too broad, covered in fur that pushes through every gap. Clawed paws where hands used to be. Yellow eyes. Staring. Seeing everything differently than you did 10 minutes ago when you were just tired, just wanting to go home, just another person in an office building at the end of another long day. Phones come out. People are recording. The security guard's hand is on his radio, but he's not pressing the button. Someone in the back is frozen mid-step, coffee cup raised halfway to their lips. And you're still in there, still aware, still you, trapped in a body that is no longer human, that was human 15 floors ago, that may never be human again. That's the story. Just a story. Something I made up. Something to pass the time. It couldn't really happen, right? But here's the thing. The next time you step into an elevator, the next time those doors slide closed behind you and seal you in with strangers who don't know you and wouldn't notice if something started to change, you're going to think about this. You're going to feel your neck. Check for that itch. Run your fingers through your hair and make sure there's nothing growing where nothing should grow. Look at your hands. Really look. Make sure the nails are normal. Make sure the fingers are the right length. Make sure everything is exactly as it should be. And every time the elevator stops between floors, every time the lights flicker, every time someone looks at you a little too long, or takes a step back for no reason, or makes a face like they've smelled something strange, you're going to wonder, is it starting? Is today the day? Is it me? You never know when it begins. You never know why. There's no warning, no pattern, no way to predict or prevent or prepare. It just happens to someone, somewhere. Maybe the next elevator, maybe your elevator. Maybe it's already starting, and you just haven't noticed yet. So the question is, when those doors close, when you're trapped inside with strangers, when there's nowhere to run and nowhere to hide and nothing to do but wait for the floor counter to tick down, who's going to change first? You or them? It's just a story. Just a story. Just a story you'll remember every single time those elevator doors close behind you for the rest of your life. Right?